Grammar focus, present perfect. On this occasion, we will discuss present perfect with its functions, formulas, patterns, examples and exercises. So keep watching and learning, and don't forget to subscribe this channel. Have a good study.
The function of this tense. First, an action that happened at an indefinite time in the past.
Pertama, suatu tindakan yang terjadi pada waktu yang tidak ditentukan di masa lampau.
For example, John has traveled around the world. We don't know when. Second, an action that happened more than once in the past.
Kedua, suatu tindakan yang terjadi lebih dari sekali di masa lalu.
For example, George has seen this movie 3 times. Third, when we use the present perfect tense, there is a connection with the present.
Ketiga, ketika kita menggunakan present perfect tense ada hubungannya dengan masa kini.
For examples, I have lost my key. It means, I don't have it now. Hanif has gone to Bali. It means, he is in Bali or on his way there now. We can use the present perfect with just equals a short time ago.
Kita bisa menggunakan present perfect dengan kata just, artinya, beberapa waktu yang lalu atau baru saja.
For example, would you like something to eat? No, thanks. I've just had lunch.
Fungsi present perfect tense ini diartikan sama dengan atos atau nembe dalam bahasa Sunda.
We form the present perfect with subject plus have or has plus past participle or verb 3.
For the subject of I, you, they, we plus have plus past participle. For the subject of she, he, it plus has plus past participle. More examples. For the subject of I, you, they, we subject plus have plus past participle.
I have finished my job. You have done your work. They have eaten breakfast. We have met before.
Dengan demikian, present perfect ini maknanya bisa sepadan dengan atos atau parantos dalam bahasa Sunda. Misalnya,
I have finished my job.
Abdi atos midamel pada melan abdi. Abdi parantos midamel pada melan abdi.
More examples for the subjects of she, he, it subject plus has plus past participle.
She has washed the dishes. He has drunk coffee. It has stopped. He has drunk coffee.
Anjeunna parantos eet cikopi.
To form the negative we use the word not with have or has plus past participle.
Untuk membentuk kalimat negatifnya kita menggunakan kata not bersamaan dengan have atau has ditambah past participle.
For the subject I, you, they, we plus have plus not plus past participle or I, you, they, we plus haven't plus past participle.
For examples, I have not done my work. We haven't eaten lunch.
Dalam bahasa Sunda, kalimat negatif present perfect maknanya bisa sepadan dengan teu acan. Misalnya,
I have not done my work.
Abdi teu acan midamel pada melan abdi. Sementara dalam bahasa Indonesia sepadan dengan belum. Saya belum mengerjakan pekerjaan saya.
To make a negative sentence with the subject she, he, it then use not with has plus past participle.
She, he, it, has, plus, not, plus, past participle, or she, he, it, hasn't, plus, past participle.
For examples, he has not checked his emails. She hasn't made dinner.
Dalam bahasa Indonesia, kalimat present perfect tersebut bisa diartikan dengan belum. Dia belum memeriksa emailnya. Dia belum membuat makan malam.
To form the interrogative, yes or no questions, we put the verb have or has before the subject. Here is the pattern for the subject, I, you, they, we. Have, plus, I, you, they, we, plus, past participle.
For examples, have you eaten breakfast? Have they finished their work? Have we met before?
Kalimat interrogatif atau pertanyaan dalam bentuk present perfect dalam bahasa Indonesia sepadan untuk menanyakan kesudahan. Misalnya, sudahkah kamu sarapan? Sudahkah mereka mengerjakan pekerjaan mereka? Sudahkah kita bertemu sebelumnya?
To form the interrogative, yes or no questions, we put the verb have or has before the subject. Here is the pattern for the subject she, he, it, has, plus, she, he, it, plus, past participle.
For examples, has she eaten breakfast? Has he finished his lunch? Has it stopped? To answer a question in an interrogative sentence, we can answer it as follows.
Have you eaten breakfast?
Yes, I have eaten breakfast. Yes, I have. Yes.
Have you eaten breakfast?
No, I haven't eaten breakfast. No, I haven't. No. To answer a question in an interrogative sentence, we can answer it as follows.
Has she finished her lunch?
Yes, she has finished her lunch. Yes, she has. Yes. No, she hasn't finished her lunch. No, she hasn't. No.
Information questions, by using question words, plus, have, plus subject I, you, they, we, plus, past participle.
For examples, what have you bought? How many books have you already read? How much money have they earned? What have we done?
Information questions with the subject she, he, it, question words, plus, the subject she, he, it, plus, past participle. Examples. What has she done? How long has he worked here?
Use, for plus duration of time. For 5 years, for 6 hours, for 10 minutes. Use, since plus beginning time. Since 1976, since 5 o'clock, since May. The adverbs yet and already are used to indicate that something has happened, or hasn't happened, at an unspecified time in the past.
Kata keterangan yet dan already digunakan untuk menunjukkan bahwa sesuatu telah terjadi, atau belum terjadi, pada waktu yang tidak ditentukan di masa lalu.
These adverbs are often used with the present perfect. Already, used in affirmative sentences, for example, we have already written our report. Yet, used in negative sentences and questions, for example, we haven't written our report yet.
An exciting trip. I have just received a letter from my brother, Tim. He is in Australia. He has been there for 6 months. Tim is an engineer. He is working for a big firm and he has already visited a great number of different places in Australia. He has just bought an Australian car and has gone to Alice Springs, a small town in the centre of Australia. He will soon visit Darwin. From there, he will fly to Perth. My brother has never been abroad before, so he is finding this trip exciting.
Exercises.
Exercise 1. Look at the example.
Type this letter again.
I have typed it.
Do these as the example. 1. Answer the question. 2. Write a message. 3. Eat lunch. 4. Drink coffee. 5. Give her the flower. 6. Study this lesson. 7. Understand this tense. 8. Try to understand. 9. Tell the truth. 10. Do it. Now, please pause the video to answer the questions.
The answers are: 1. I have answered the question. 2. I have written a message. 3. I have eaten lunch. 4. I have drunk coffee. 5. I have given her the flower. 6. I have studied this lesson. 7. I have understood this tense. 8. I have tried to understand. 9. I have told the truth. 10. I have done it.
Exercise 2. Look at the example. Teacher. Study this lesson. Student. I have studied this lesson and Betty has studied this lesson too. Now, do these as the example. 1. Do the homework. 2. Check the answers. 3. Collect the test. 4. Take notes. 5. Watch the movie. 6. Visit the museum. 7. Wash the dishes. 8. Think about it. 9. Read this news. 10. Work hard to learn English. Now, please pause the video to answer the questions.
The answers are: 1. I have done the homework and Betty has done the homework too. 2. I have checked the answers and Betty has checked the answers too. 3. I have collected the test and Betty has collected the test too. 4. I have taken notes and Betty has taken notes too. 5. I have watched the movie and Betty has watched the movie too. 6. I have visited the museum and Betty has visited the museum too. 7. I have washed the dishes and Betty has washed the dishes too. 8. I have thought about it and Betty has thought about it too. 9. I have read this news and Betty has read this news too. 10. I have worked hard to learn English and Betty has worked hard to learn English too.
What is happening? What has happened? Read these two statements. The bell is ringing becomes present perfect. The bell has just rung. Complete the following in the same way. 1. He is leaving the house. 2. Mark is reading his new book. 3. She is writing a letter. 4. We are swimming in the sea. 5. She is buying a new hat. Now, please pause the video to answer the questions.
The answers are: 1. He has just left the house. 2. Mark has just read his new book. 3. She has just written a letter. 4. We have just swum in the sea. 5. She has just bought a new hat.
Exercise 4. Read these two statements. He is still having breakfast. Becomes present perfect in negative. He hasn't had breakfast yet. Complete the following in the same way. 1. She is still washing the dishes. 2. She is still making the beds. 3. She is still sweeping the carpet. 4. They are still having lunch. 5. He is still taking a bath. Now, please pause the video to answer the questions.
The answers are: 1. She hasn't washed the dishes yet. 2. She hasn't made the beds yet. 3. She hasn't swept the carpet yet. 4. They haven't had lunch yet. 5. He hasn't taken a bath yet.
Exercise 5. Read these two sentences. I've already had lunch. Becomes present perfect in interrogative. Have you had lunch? Ask questions in the same way. 1. I've already read this book. 2. I've already finished my work. 3. I've already heard the news. 4. I've already tried this. 5. I've already eaten my lunch. Now, please pause the video to answer the questions.
The answers are: 1. Have you read this book? 2. Have you finished your work? 3. Have you heard the news? 4. Have you tried this? 5. Have you eaten your lunch?
This is the end of the lesson. Thank you very much. And remember to subscribe this channel. Have a nice day.